for us, we'd been on a couple of the discovery days. What we were missing really was the accountability in our business.
Yeah.
And just giving us some sort of structure, because we already had a lot of processes in place.
He was literally running round, oh, I'm so busy, I can't do this on my own.
Yeah.
So in the end I said, what are you looking for?
Yeah.
What do you want? He was like, someone. So he took me for breakfast and we had a little chat. He told me about what he was doing.
Yeah.
And in the end, he ended up making an offer the same day, and that was history.
So we got less staff, but it's a much more profitable business.
Hi everyone, this is Paul Selman and welcome to the Trade Mastermind Trade Secrets podcast. Now today I am joined by two very, very special guests that we've been working with for about a year now. So we've got Olly and Danny from WM Energy Solutions. So say hi guys.
Yeah.
It's great to have you on the show. Now, so I just wanted to get you guys in because we've been working with you for about a year now, haven't we?
We have.
Okay, so I'm always interested to know what actually brought you to Trade Mastermind in the first place, because I speak to lots of different businesses. They're all at different levels. I know why I came through the door. I always want to hear from you guys exactly what drew you to Trade Mastermind and what problems you had to start with.
I think for us, we'd been on a couple of the discovery days.
Okay.
And what we were missing really was the accountability in our business.
Yeah. Okay.
And just giving us some sort of structure,
Mm-hmm.
because we already had a lot of processes in place.
Were you two in business together when you started as well? How long you'd been in business, or had you just come on the team?
No, so when I first met Ollie, I was working for a bigger company.
Okay.
And Ollie was at the point where he just needed someone.
Yeah, well, I remember you having, when we've spoken previously about you having lots of engineers. I don't know what the number was, 10, something like that, wasn't it?
We were running a lot of commercial contracting work.
Right, okay.
So we got, with a mix of subcontractors and direct labour,
Yeah.
we were up to about 12 engineers.
Okay.
And that was literally just me running
Right.
that. We had no,
Wow.
I had a bookkeeper that came once a month,
Yeah.
and that was it. And then,
So Ollie was actually working on a job that
Yeah.
I was running for my other company.
Okay.
So
Headhunting.
he was literally running round, oh, I'm so busy, I can't do this on my own.
Yeah.
So in the end I said, what are you looking for?
Yeah.
What do you want? He was like, someone.
Someone. Anyone.
I was like, okay, well, let's talk.
Yeah.
So in true Ollie style, he said, okay, let's go for breakfast.
Okay.
So took me for breakfast.
Good.
And we had a little chat. He told me about what he was doing.
Yeah.
Obviously we'd already worked together on that particular job, so
That helps, doesn't
he
it?
knew a little bit about me, I knew a little bit about him. Yeah, and in the end he ended up making an offer the same day, and that was history.
There we go, mate. So you had your first actual business person into the business, because engineers are a different breed anyway when you're hiring them. But if you're trying to run 14 engineers on your own, that's a minefield.
yeah, we're in a different position now. So we're running a different business now.
Okay.
Danny's a director of this business.
Yeah.
The original business was very heavily based on commercial contracting.
Mm-hmm.
We made a lot of good changes with it, but
Still B2B, isn't it? That's the thing.
yeah,
Playing the cash flow game in
cash
reverse.
flow game. We had a contract to go bust on us.
Right.
Which we lost a significant amount on that.
Yeah.
And it was like we need to get control of our model, so we scaled back the staff.
Yeah.
And obviously changed things up. Where we are now is we're growing things back up again.
Yeah.
So we've got less staff, but it's a much more profitable business.
Well, that's the key to it, isn't it? And we always chase the big contracts. I always was told that. Go for the letting agents. Go for the builders. If you can get as much work booked up in advance as possible, that's the cream of the crop, isn't it? Of the trades world. Is like,
That's what they say.
it's a badge of honour, isn't it? Oh, I'm booked up for 2 years. I don't even have to advertise. But that's bad.
I used to think the biggest marker of how big the company was how many men we had and how many vans we had.
Yeah. There you go.
And that's completely irrelevant.
Even though net profit might be down there.
We didn't even know what that was.
Well, that's it. Yeah. That's
So-
it. Well, I didn't know my figures the same when I came through Trade Mastermind, and like I said, when you guys joined the Renewables Academy, I remember you not having a full handle on your figures at least. You know, so it's good to see now that you do, and you've changed it. And we say to everybody all the time, you don't need that many people to do 7 figures.
No, I don't believe you
Absolutely
do.
not.
No, especially in your game. I mean, with the ticket values of, I don't know, between 5, 10, 15 grand for a solar install, when you're doing that direct to customer as well, so not waiting, you're getting the cash up front and paying everything out of the back end. This is how it's easy.
Obviously, as you know, when we first came onto the renewables, we were just concentrating on EV chargers, which
So they're the grand.
the ticket value for that was a little bit low for what we were trying to achieve on its own.
Yeah.
So obviously now bringing in the solar with that,
Yeah.
and doing it as a joint thing, as a renewable sector,
Yeah.
it then works really well. Both
EV
options are
charge.
scalable.
Yeah.
You can know the numbers for both of them.
Mhm.
You can still monitor them separately.
Yeah.
And as long as you're hitting those figures,
It's a great little upsell as well, isn't it?
100%.
To get the higher ticket on the solar,
Yeah, definitely.
charge your car up via the sunshine.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. It's a great product that goes seamlessly
It
together.
makes the advertising much more worthwhile as well, because you're not just advertising for one £1,000 ticket.
Yeah.
You're now advertising for a much bigger ticket as well as that.
You've diluted that cost per acquisition straight out of the line, haven't you?
100%.
So yeah, I'm preaching to the converted. I know it's a no-brainer, and you guys do too. I mean,
The key thing for us with this switch of the product
yeah,
is there's less variables.
Yeah.
That we can control everything.
Yeah.
The biggest issue with contracting is generally there are a lot of variables outside your control.
Mhm.
Whether that's operational,
Yeah.
dealing with lots of people, other trades,
Suppliers.
the type of
the
job,
list goes on, doesn't it? Really?
the type of job skill set, and then of course payment problems.
Yeah.
And you can keep stacking that turnover.
If you can streamline all that process, and this is, I've always tell people about making themselves redundant from every role in the business.
Yeah.
'Cause you need to look at it as a conveyor belt. When you systemize that conveyor belt, it works. You can't do that with different ticket values of items
No.
because they all need different things. So I'd always say build one vertical, create a niche in that vertical, and then develop other verticals alongside
Yeah.
to run alongside. So, but I mean, so what sort of growth or what's been the best bits about joining the academy so far from you guys, and what's been the game changers?
Just obviously learning that
Uh-huh.
that is the way to do it.
Yep.
So yes, we already come with some knowledge of the industry and that sort of side of it, but actually knowing the reasons why.
Yeah.
The reasons why working with one specific vertical is easier to scale than working with the
So-
whole electrical
Yeah.
contracting side of things, and not being able to say, oh, what's your average job value? I don't know, it could be anything.
Yeah, it could be anything. Yeah.
But with this, you've got a job average. You know roughly on a size property it's going to be this much,
Yeah, what your figures are.
and it's so much easier to talk about. And
It's like somebody gives you the crystal ball, isn't it, really?
yeah,
Because then you go, right, well, I know that if I do this turnover, I'll need this amount of people, I'll get this amount of profit, and then it gives you the foundation and the bedrock and the confidence then to actually do it in the first place.
Yeah.
and it's time spent as well, isn't it? So obviously that average job takes this many days,
Yeah.
whereas in the electrical contracting, that job that we've got for 50 grand,
Yeah.
that could be over a 3-month period.
Yeah.
Well, then
Go, where's the profit?
that absolutely smashing.
I mean, one good example is we did a job last year, which was 94 grand,
Yep.
up to 120.
Right.
In the end, the client cut it back. It was down to something like 56, and we actually made a profit on that of 10,000.
Right.
And in the
Okay.
end, you'd say, well, that's actually quite good.
Yeah.
But that 12-week project took 12 months to deliver because of the contractor.
Yeah.
So that much money over that much time, with that many meetings,
About
that
800
many
quid a month.
emails, that much labour,
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally.
you could have been doing something else.
Yeah, no, you
And-
could have done one EV charger and got
And
800
that
quid.
was it was worth that.
I know.
And that was a good example, really, of a job that made money, but because of everything else that we couldn't control, that kind of work just doesn't work for
We were
us.
on, we were off, we were on, we were off. So
It's
then
that
it's hard
ostrich
to
effect,
plan.
though, as a business owner, isn't it? Because sometimes if you protect your own mind by going, well, I've got this work booked in, and then you put your head in the sand, and you don't see that it's actually not that cost effective to do it. I'd still rather work on a 48-hour, we used to work on a 48 to 72-hour turnaround from customer being booked in and surveyed to us installing.
I was used to have the mindset that having jobs like that on my order book was security, because
Yeah.
we would have constant cash flow, regular cash flow,
Yeah.
and it would keep people in work. But the
It's a
reality
distraction.
was, it's a distraction.
Mm.
You're better off with shorter turnaround,
Yeah.
more cash.
Coming in faster.
Yeah.
That's it. Cash is
You
king,
know,
100%.
as we know.
I always used to just think, if we can just get a project that's going to be for 3 months,
Yeah, yeah.
that's the ticket, you can employ someone.
That takes the stress, or you
Yeah,
think it takes the
no,
stress
but
off your
work
shoulders.
now, whenever there's a job we can
Yeah,
send
yeah.
them there, that's never going to make any money.
So that shift in mindset is what's really important.
That's
You've
been
got to
crucial,
be
I think.
ready
Yeah.
for that mindset shift
Mhm.
to not concentrate on that big gold
Yeah.
fancy project and actually say, no, that in, out, get
Mm.
paid. In, out, get paid, rinse, repeat.
Yeah.
And that's the
Well,
blueprint.
that's why it's good working with you guys, because you get clients come through and they're at different stages. But when you find that somebody's open to that change, that's when the magic starts to happen. You know, because you need to be adaptable, you need to be malleable for me to be able to actually coach you. You know, but also that's not to take away from the fact that I can give you as many people this blueprint as possible. You still need to go out and take the action.
100%, yeah.
You know, you do it, and you guys have done. You've been proof in the pudding that you do. If you take the actions on this blueprint, it just works.
Yeah.
You know, because it is just teaching business.
Yeah, I think like for us, if you like me originally,
Mhm.
9 years now.
Yeah.
If you don't look at changing the model after so long,
Yeah.
you're never gonna.
The same thing again and
You're
again.
gonna just keep
Definition of
trying,
insanity.
keep trying the same thing at it. You're gonna get the same results, aren't you?
It is. So, we've come this far so far. What's the things for the future? What's your goals in business? What you're looking at? Where you're striving to be?
Time.
You want your time back. Okay.
Time for me.
Time's the most
Family.
valuable.
Yeah. We need to be in a position that we can put enough systems in place that then allows us that
And
time.
people. Buy your time back. So you're planning on not exiting. You're going to plan it to grow and keep it as a sustainable source of income.
Yeah, I think I'd struggle to exit.
Yeah.
You
It's
never
your
know.
baby.
Maybe.
Yeah.
You never know.
Something to be proud of.
Yeah.
Something that we've done. We know we've done it from scratch.
Yeah.
We've put in the hard graft.
There is a lot of that. I'd always say though, just keep in the back of your mind that you should always be building a business so that one day you could sell it. 'Cause if
Yeah,
your business is always is sellable at any one given time, you never know when the offer of a lifetime.
Yeah, I was going to say there could be a decent, an offer comes in. Obviously, things change, don't they? So
Everything, you can never say never.
It also means that you run your business in an efficient manner because you have to be efficient to sell it. So it keeps you on track with actually looking,
Yeah.
as that as an exit strategy as well. But it's good to hear. So what figures are we actually aiming for? We talk about targets.
We've got targets
running.
running. We've got targets. So
yeah.
we've been pretty consistent since January.
Yeah.
And we've increased our monthly
Yeah.
in the last month or two, haven't we?
We have.
Certainly. So with the renewable work coming in,
Yeah.
we've got a target of getting from. We were looking to get to about £1 million on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the 12-month plan.
That's 12
So,
months. Yeah.
12.
Yeah, within that 12-month period, the business plan is in place
Mhm.
to steadily
Yeah.
grow,
Okay.
not immediately, steadily grow to that point
Okay.
within the 12 months.
And then what? 5 years? Because we're talking $1 million in the solar industry. These are easy figures, guys. At 10, 15 grand jobs. Am I going to have to push you?
5 years.
Yeah. Where are you going to be in 5 years?
Where do you want to be in?
This could be a dangerous conversation, couldn't it?
Yeah, could be.
Abroad. Right.
So he wants to be working from Dubai, I'll tell you that.
Right, okay, well that's good. That's what we need to do.
So,
But
Tax-free status as well.
yeah, we got we've done so much this year
Yeah.
that we haven't really gone 5 years, have we? In all honesty, but
we're still relatively grounded at the moment,
Mm-hmm.
that we want that steady growth. Obviously,
Yeah.
the 5-year plan is to continue that steady growth.
Yeah, cool.
For me,
Yeah, you want to compound it. Yeah.
we don't want to keep and stagnate. I don't
No.
want to become that business that just gets to somewhere and then just stops and turns it off, because I think we've got a lot
Yeah.
to offer.
But the best way of doing that is and I've found, is to come to things like this anyway, because you're constantly around people that are still pushing.
Yeah.
If you're not growing and you're not around people that are growing at the same pace or at a quicker pace, I mean, I still think you should always strive to be the worst person at any table that you're at, because it's being that worst person and seeing people that are further ahead pushes me at least to actually get to that next level.
Yeah.
So I think having that accountability is going to be to even realise what those goals might be.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
And like I say, I don't want to be that company that just stagnates at that
No.
level and then doesn't do anything else.
Uh-huh.
There's always something that you can change, whether it be adding another product in. Who knows what's going to happen with technology? Look what's changed so far.
I know, yeah, you wouldn't believe it, would you? With the
So where are we actually going? We'll always keep on top of that, and we'll always try and stay ahead of the game,
Yeah, look to
so
it.
that we can be relatively early in the scenario than the latecomer that
Yeah.
everyone's already snapped up the good stuff.
There we go.
So yeah, that's 5-year plan for me.
5 years. Well, look, guys, it's been fantastic to have you on. I've really enjoyed working with you for the last few months as well, and it's great to see the progress that you're having.
thank you.
So if you've enjoyed that episode of the Trade Secrets podcast, then feel free to click the link below to subscribe for future episodes.